Content warning, fragile sockets. Hopefully you don't have any nightmares after this video. I wanted to talk about a piece that I have a sort of love-hate relationship with because it is such a cool piece in concept, but it was introduced so late in Bionicle's run that we really just don't get to see much use out of it. And the piece that I am talking about today is this double socket right here. And if you're not super familiar with this piece, I honestly don't blame you. It only ever came in 5 total sets in 4 total colors in 2009 and 1 set in 2010. Bionicle and Hero Factory later on. With that being said, as cool as this piece is, it suffers from square sockets. I still to this day don't understand how Lego got this so wrong. One of the worst blunders, I think, in Lego history, honestly, when it comes to designing sockets that break so quickly. And you might say, well, conspiratorially, Lego did it because they wanted you to buy more of their set. And if your sockets break, you can't connect your parts together. But like, if your sockets break, you're not going to go buy another one. Their sockets are going to break too. Point being, it's a neat piece. But the fact that it has these holes on the side makes me wish it came in the older style of double socket. These weren't fragile until 2007 with one color. These weren't fragile, right? And I love the concept. This is a really useful piece, but all of its connections are facing the same direction, meaning there's nothing here to really interface with. Meaning that in most cases, if you're going to be attaching armor to a piece like that, you're going to be using like at least 3 pieces to do so, right? The armor piece, the double socket, and then some sort of interface to join the two. With something like this, though, you can technically get away with using just 2 pieces, and that is how it is handled on a character like Kina. Kina actually utilizes 4 of this double socket, making it the most numerous. If you ever wanted this socket but didn't care about the color, you get 4 of them in this character here. And she utilizes this with this brand new armor piece that was introduced for her set in dark blue, of which she also comes with 4. It's an interesting armor piece. It comes in 3 colors from Lego, thankfully, 2 of which were introduced to Bionicle. 1 in like Aqua Raiders, I think, in black, so very neat to get. But it's a really useful piece because it actually has an axle built into it, and it also has this little gap in the front, meaning that it can do something that no other armor can really do, in that it can connect both sideways to an armor just like this, or it could even connect like this as well. So because it can align in 90-degree increments, you can have it facing forwards, facing upwards, facing downwards, facing backwards, as it is often displayed with the Kina character, kind of giving her a feel of motion. It's a really interesting piece, even if it is an enormous armor piece. Really cool piece nonetheless, but it makes me think, is this why this piece was made? Because at the end of the day, while this definitely cuts down the parts count of that set by 4, there are other characters that utilize these pieces. For one, in Keat Orange. And the character that uses it is Matanui. But in his case, you actually have to attach an axle to this weapon piece that he uses for his shoulder pads. Thankfully, the set comes with this piece in 2 different colors, for the shoulders and Keat Orange for the weapons in silver. But whatever the case may be, it gives you a connection there, sure, but once again, you're using 3 pieces there, so you're right back to where you were. If you wanted to connect other armor to this, you still had to use at least 3 pieces, and you have to use at least 3 in a case like this. Also, fun fact, also available in 3 colors from Lego, although in this case, 2 of them are different shades of silver. So, I don't know if that's super helpful, but, nice to know. I'm giving you a little trivia for this video. Of course, we would end up getting that in not only 2 colors, but a 3rd color here with the Vastus set, this time in dark green. But once again, you would have to interface these pieces because the armor made exclusively for Vastus as well. This actually only comes in 1 color this time, making it the, I guess, technically rarest of the armors we're looking at today, but who cares? It's not a very high demand piece. I have my own issues with this one. Love-hate relationship. Mostly hate in this case. With that being said, though, again, you have to interface these pieces because there is no axle or anything like that built into this. And honestly, I think you could have done something like that with this piece. Again, it's a neat idea, but conceptually, and it's a little ugly on the side personally, that's just my own personal taste, but hey, if you disagree, that's totally fine. So cool to get this piece in a 3rd color here, but we also got it in a 4th color. And this is why I actually think this piece may have been made. While Kina is a great use for a piece like this, at the end of the day, the way it was used in Kina, if you redesigned the armor she came with, you could easily just go back to using the older style of double socket. And at that point, why even bother with something like this when there are other ways to go about attaching that to the side of older style double sockets? And the same is true for a piece like this, which easily could have had an axle hole on each side here, similar to many Baraki armor pieces, for example. but in Perdidus's set, he uses it in the most cool but mundane way possible, actually attaching an Anika armor piece, thigh armor piece, to the side of the armor. Is it necessary? No, absolutely not. But do I appreciate it? Yes. Do I think that's why it was made? No. Here's the thing. There's one other set that uses this piece, and I think it actually uses it to almost its fullest potential, but it's a Hero Factory set of all things. I think this piece may have kind of been made for this set. Do I think it was made for Hero Factory? Not necessarily. Hero Factory's first sets are basically just Bionicle sets anyway. It may have been Bionicle sets before they were ever Hero Factory. I have no way of proving that. But with that being said, on the rotor set, the leg build looks like this, and you will notice that we're using these L-shaped lift arms, which are taking advantage of the standard axle hole in the side of a normal socket, but attaching it to the axle hole on the sides of this brand new double socket, meaning that this piece is now locked together, so you get a double joint up here, and that is how rotor uses them. This is a really useful way to take advantage of this brand new geometry here. Are there other ways to do it? Yes, of course. Look at the Tuma set from 2009. It uses something very similar to this, but it uses the standard older style of double socket. However, in this case here, it's using it in a way that actually makes its armor kind of stick out. People have complained about that. The way this one works leaves the front of this piece open, so they end up actually using a Vorox armor on that set for the knee there as well. Unfortunately, not a recolor of it at the time, but we would get it in orange later, so who cares, right? With that being said, it's a neat use for this piece, but what uses have you found for a piece like this? Because I think it's a really interesting piece in concept, but execution is just poor. And it baffles me, honestly, that after 2008, after people complained so vocally, after Lego had gotten done with testing these pieces, how they did not find out or just didn't care to address that these pieces were fragile. Lego didn't talk about it, but these pieces with this squared off socket, were in production from Lego from 2008 until 2012. That's 5 years of fragile sockets. Now, I will say, by 2011, most of those pieces had been retired. There were only a handful of sets where you're getting pieces like this still in 2011 and 12. But the fact that they have existed at all is wild to me. It's baffling. Even by late 2009, I think that these pieces really should have been replaced. And if they weren't going to be replaced, phase them out. If you can replace all of the previous sockets from the year 2007 because this one color here broke and Lego decided, oh no, after all of these years of having like perfectly serviceable sockets, one color broke 1 year, and Lego, who is the captain of their parts, they knew they changed the formulation on Lime in 2007 because they did it. It's their part. They also, the fact that this one joint made them redesign this and do so this poorly, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. There is no excuse from Lego for this. Before the video ends, just because I've got it sitting next to me, I thought this was really cool, so I wanted to go ahead and showcase it here, because where else am I going to showcase it? I got a little Mari Matoran build. I may have even already shown this in a video, honestly, but it's super cute, and it's utilizing one of the masks from Kinemox, who just makes some really lovely pieces in sand blue. And I figured I'd get it because I already had these sand blue feet by that point there. Those are knockoffs, by the way. And you can find the set that has those feet on my channel. I actually reviewed it. It's a brand called Zigao, and this piece is available on AliExpress in a bunch of colors. Not promoted, not sponsored, nothing like that. I just wanted to talk about it because I really enjoy it. It's a good piece. That's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. So let me know your thoughts. If you have found a use for these double sockets, if you have done something with them, hey, maybe you even have one that's never broken and you use it all the time. Maybe you somehow got lucky and you're detaching it and reattaching it like I did with Alec in a video a long time ago, and you're having no issues. And if that's the case for you, I am so happy for you. Before I go to the other thing I want to show off, not show off, it's a Lego Bionicle set, but maybe this is the other reason why we got this piece in the first place, because it may have been designed for this Syndox. I've done that twice for the Syndox build here, which, by the way, just an excellent vehicle build. Thankfully, one that has not appreciated in value either. Is very easy to get this set for at or below its original MSRP, which is fantastic. And this piece here, like, it fits on there, it curves around the armor piece used for the seat perfectly. Like the two were made for each other. I think Lego did this on purpose. So yeah, maybe that's why they did it. Were there other ways to go about doing this? Yeah, sure, absolutely. But I'm glad they did it this way. And, it's exclusive in yellow here, so that's cool, I guess. See y'all in the next one. Take care. Subscribe while you're here. Bye.